Are we alone in the universe? What if the greatest discovery humanity could ever make was realizing that we are completely alone? Not just in our galaxy, but in the entire universe. When we look up at the night sky, we see a few thousand stars. But what we see is almost nothing. Our galaxy contains more than 100 billion stars, and in the observable universe, there are probably more than 100 billion galaxies. That represents an almost unimaginable number of planets. Statistically, the universe should be full of life, and yet, we have no evidence that another civilization exists. Not a signal, not a message, nothing. So a disturbing question emerges. Are we truly alone in the universe? In 1950, an Italian physicist was having lunch with his colleagues. His name was Enrico Fermi. They were discussing extraterrestrials and interstellar travel, and suddenly, Fermi asked a simple question, a question that would become famous. But where is everybody? Because if the universe is so vast, if planets are so numerous, and if life can appear elsewhere, then some civilizations should be far older than ours. Some might be millions of years ahead technologically. And if that were the case, we should see their traces, probes, signals, megastructures. But we don't. And that mystery is what we now call the Fermi Paradox. But that's only the beginning, because there are several possible explanations. And some of them are, honestly, terrifying. First possibility, life might be incredibly rare. Yes, there are billions of planets, but the conditions required for life might be extraordinarily precise. On Earth, several factors played a crucial role: the right distance from our star, liquid water, a protective atmosphere, a magnetic field, and most importantly, a stable climate. For billions of years, it's possible that this combination is extremely rare, maybe even unique. In that case, Earth may have simply won the most unlikely cosmic lottery, and we might be the only civilization in our entire galaxy. But that may not be the real reason. And the second hypothesis is far darker. Imagine another possibility. Life appears frequently in the universe, but technological civilizations never survive very long. Astrophysicists call this the Great Filter. At some point, every civilization encounters a major obstacle, an obstacle that is almost impossible to overcome. It could be a climate catastrophe, a nuclear war, an uncontrollable artificial intelligence, or even a cosmic event. If this filter exists, then most civilizations disappear before they ever explore their galaxy. And suddenly, the silence of the universe makes sense. But here's the truly unsettling question. Have we already passed this filter? Or is it still ahead of us? But there is another possibility, an even stranger one. What if extraterrestrials already exist, but we are simply unable to detect them? Our technologies are still very limited. We search for radio signals, planetary atmospheres, anomalies in space, but a civilization, millions of years more advanced than us, could use technologies we don't even understand yet. It's a bit like trying to explain the internet to someone from the Middle Ages. Impossible. Maybe we are looking at the universe with the wrong tools, or maybe life exists in places we haven't even considered. Beneath the frozen oceans of distant moons, under kilometers of ice, or inside toxic atmospheres. Forms of life, completely invisible to our instruments, and if that's the case, we could be surrounded by life without even realizing it. Today, science continues the search. Telescopes analyze the atmosphere of exoplanets. Probes explore Mars and the icy moons of our solar system. Every year, we discover new planets that could potentially support life. And yet, the universe remains silent. The question asked by Enrico Fermi more than 70 years ago still remains. Where is everybody? Are we truly alone in the universe? Or are we simply the first civilization to look up at the stars and ask this question, and somewhere, perhaps, another civilization is looking at the sky, wondering exactly the same thing?